DSDM or Dynamic System Development Method. So this DSDM is also an approach under Agile software development. Now here, this is also providing a framework of building the software. But the main thing here is, again, the time is limited. The time constraint is limited. For example, you have to deliver in 6 months, 1 year, or say 8 months. So the dynamic system development method is having its own peculiar property. One more thing here is incremental prototyping. Please remember, it is prototyping and with incremental prototyping. So P1 is certain functionalities. P2 will be the increment of that functionality and will be a prototype also. But it is done under a controlled project environment. That is, everything is being checked, verified, right? We cannot, because normally in prototype, we just throw the prototype. Here, no, we are not throwing it. We are incrementing it. The most key feature of this DSDM is the Pareto principle. The DSDM philosophy is actually the modified version of this Pareto principle only. It is saying if you put only 20% of the effort, you are going to get 80% of the result. Only 20% work, 80% result. And let me show you a picture here. It is the difference between the traditional approach and DSDM. So here features are the main key and everything is done on the basis of feature, and quality is in both the key part. But in DSDM, it is all about the tight schedule and the cost cannot be overrun. So this is how the features can be, can be compensated. That is, you can only give in the first prototype, incremental prototype, 80% of the functionality, which you have decided. So it's an iterative process and every iteration should follow an 80% rule. For example, this is one prototype. And you decided that 10 requirements have to be given. You just give 8. If you complete 8 requirement, you can just go to the next prototype increment. It is not necessary, like in Scrum, like in other, that 10 has to be completed. No, 8 completed, that's enough. That is, do only that much of work that can facilitate for next increment. And then later one, they can be done in the next stage. Okay, because once you do 8, you will also get some business requirement, the changes, and then this can be accommodated easily using the Pareto principle. So there is a DSDM consortium and they have designed an agile process model, and this is called as DSDM life cycle. So this starts with a feasibility study. Feasibility is all about knowing whether it is possible or not. Normal waterfall model, etc. We have communication, then planning, modeling, then construction, then deployment. DSDM consortium has given a DSDM life cycle. It starts with the feasibility study. So this is all about what are the business requirements, what are the requirements the user want from the software, and what are the constraints that this should not be there, or what are the risks, you can say. The constraint is all about knowing what shouldn't be done. And then the next in the life cycle, the next thing comes is business study. Here the functional and non-functional requirements are identified. For example, functional is this image should be brightness should be increased, or it needs to be 90-degree rotated. Non-functional is the performance, for example. So this DSDM, after this feasibility study and business study, it defined 3 different iterative cycles. It's an iterative way, I told you already. So there are 3 different iterative cycles that are defined by DSDM. First one is functional model iteration. What happens here is, as I said, incremental prototype is produced here, is generated, and this will be demonstrated to the customer following the Pareto principle. Now, what exactly we want to do here is we want to get the information and the requirement from, or you can say the feedback from the user, because he's using the prototype. The second thing comes in the DSDM, iterative cycles, is design and build iteration. So here, whatever is being built or produced in the functional model iteration, this is revisited. Okay? Because it needs to be done that all the user feedback has been incorporated and the changes has been done. Finally, the implementation. Here, the latest software increment, the prototype, incremented prototype, or you can say the operational, fully functional prototype, with certain requirement, they are put into actual operational environment. So this is DSDM. You have to just learn about the Pareto principle here. Whenever somebody asks, just write or say the Pareto principle along with this feasibility study, business study, and these 3 different iterative cycles have to be mentioned here. Okay, functional model, design and build, and implementation. One more thing we have to note here is that 100% completion is not at all required, and the changes may be requested as the increment is put in place, that is the incremental prototype. In either of these two cases, DSDM development can go again back to the functional model iteration. I told you about FMI, so you can go back whenever you want because that is the development model that is produced.